All right, hello everybody. Welcome to Q&A live stream number 31. It is approximately 7:03 p.m. right here on the East Coast in the great state of New Jersey. So we're going to give people a couple minutes to go ahead and join tonight's live stream. Today is Friday, January 17th, 2020. This will be my last live stream for a while in this setting, as I am going to be going back to college next week as I begin classes on Tuesday, January 21st, 2020. So, so like I said, we'll give people a couple of minutes to join, and we will get started with our discussion. Oh, hello, Wath Mitz. How are you? Rip. Funny. Thanks, man. Like I said, guys, I'm gonna try and have frequent live streams on Fridays when my colleges don't have events. But just know that hold on one second. I just need to plug my computer in. Here, just give me 1 second. But don't worry. It's just, guys, I won't have the chance to get them up as much content as I can. Like I said, it's a little tough on weekends, but plans for content currently, I do plan on making a trip out to Long Island next month. I plan on visiting the Macy's store at the Broadway Commons Mall in Hicksville, New York, to take a ride on the vintage 1956 Armour traction elevators. So how I might get there, my plan is to get up very early in the morning, take a I don't know, some kind of Uber, I guess, to the Convent train station, which it's right around where my college is. Take the train from Convent to Penn Station, New York, and then change trains at no, this is home, not FDU. And then change trains at Penn Station for a train bound for Hicksville. Once there, I will walk from the Hicksville Long Island Railroad Station to the Broadway Commons Mall right in time for IKEA to open up at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'm going to film the entire mall, and then I'll be back on a train back to my college. So that will be the plan. It's going to be sometime in February because March I kind of have to put aside a couple of things. Okay, will do. Yeah, I mean, I want to get back to Roosevelt Field. It's just right now I don't really have a valid reason to go there, unfortunately. I would like to at some point, but just not right now. I don't really have a good reason to go there. There's not really a major store big enough there for me to actually physically make a trip there. Eventually I'll make a trip back there when something major goes, but don't count on it. Don't count on it being anytime soon. Is there going to be any banks at the American Dream Mall? That is actually a very good question. Probably not. I don't think so. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I mean, I'll eventually get back there. It's just I'd rather right now, focus on elevators that matter and that are going away and that I'll never have a chance to ride again. I don't think there's going to be any banks at American Dream. Hello, Ultra Eric. How are you? So I guess a lot of you guys are now home. So like I said, I guess a lot of people have school during the week, so this is the only time that I can talk to you guys. But anyways, so there is a lot of closings. Oh, wow. Hello, Lenny AO3. How are you? So there's a lot of closings going on. Macy's at Hicksville, that's the biggest one. That's going to be going away. I'm definitely making a trip out there, like I said, NJT to Penn Station, and then Penn Station to Hicksville. So, yeah, I'm really excited for that. I'm going to probably be doing that sometime in February, but it'll be like on a weekday or weekend that my college isn't having any events. So, rip Pure One. Yeah, like I said, I mean, the problem with Pure One Imports, I was in there maybe, the desk that I'm actually doing the live stream on right now, I actually bought this very desk from Pure One Imports. Unfortunately, you guys can't see it that much, but I bought my desk from Pure One Imports at the Clifton Commons location in Clifton, New Jersey. That one's not closing, but The Pier 1 Imports on New Jersey State Route 4 is closing, not the one on New Jersey State Route 17. Yeah, I think those armor elevators are going away. It's very sad. I mean, they're from 1956. They're pretty cool and vintage. Definitely going to have to make a trip out there. I mean, I got a whole plan. I'm going to take two different train lines, and I'm going to get there right when they open. Probably going to go to IKEA first because IKEA will get very busy very quickly. And if I'm going all the way out there, I may as well just film the entire mall. No point to make a second trip to go back. I mean, I'd rather go and film it all in one shot, honestly. That's what I typically do. Like when I typically go to a mall now, I just kind of just try to film whatever's open in one shot because I'm not coming back there. And someone just sneezed downstairs. No, I have not. Yeah, Wathmitz, I would strongly recommend taking a trip back there. If anybody's on Long Island, I strongly recommend you take a trip to Broadway Commons. Like Wathmitz, Ultra Eric, like I would seriously take a trip back to Macy's because the liquidation sales are going to run between now and the end of March or middle or towards the end of March. So I mean, I would highly suggest to go back there. Yeah, I mean it's certainly close by to Roosevelt Field. It's not that far away. I think it's about 20 minutes east. But definitely go sometime between now and I guess March. Okay. Sounds like a plan. I mean, I'm definitely going. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. I'm going there no matter what. But thanks for the dedication. I appreciate that. Yes, James Brock passed away a couple of years ago. Yeah, the whole thing with James Brock is very sad. He was murdered by his boyfriend, and the whole thing is just very sad. I still can't believe he's gone. And then Nikki Stakawas, who was based out in Los Angeles, another elevator filmer, unfortunately died in a car accident. It's very sad. I mean, these people have their whole lives ahead of them, and it's just gone like that. It's crazy. But you gotta live every day like it's your last. That's what I say. Live every day like it's your last because you'll never know because anything can change like that, literally. Um, I mean, to contact for Schindler parts, I don't really think that's. I wouldn't even say it's necessary. I do apologize downstairs. I guess somebody has a cold. This is unfortunately the best I can do. I think that store is probably going to be reused. I don't think there's going to be. I don't think that elevator is going to get removed. Now, something like Macy's at Broadway Commons, yeah, that those are going to be removed no matter what. I already know who's going to get the parts, and I'm not going to say his name. Um, but anyways, Galaxy's Edge. Like I said again, I'm not a Star Wars fan, so. But I mean, I've seen two movies, but I don't know exactly what happens. I just didn't want to see it. I mean, I actually have two movie tickets, but I'm gonna use it for another time. So no, Skyview Center. That's like a mall. I don't think they're gonna turn that into a hotel. And that Schindler is nothing special either. Ultra. I certainly wouldn't go out of your way for the parts. I would not. If I was that, I mean, you could by all means go ahead. I'm not gonna stop you, but I'm just saying they're is the same elevator because you got to remember Nordstrom's Rack at Skyview Center. They don't own the building. It's a whole thing with properties. They're in there because they're on a lease and they're closing the store because the lease expired and they decided not to renew it. It's not because they're closing because they don't want to be there anymore. It's they didn't renew the lease with the property owner and that's why they're closing. It's a very common practice. So. No, I did not know that at Disney's Hollywood Studios, and I was just there. No, they're not going to mod a 330A. They're going to just reuse it. Trust me. They're not gonna remod it. They're not gonna modernize it. Trust me. Now Macy's at Hicksville, those armors, yeah, they'll mod those. That's for sure. They actually just modded Bloomingdale's, by the way, at the shops at Riverside. Bloomingdale's did a really, really nice job. They did a really nice job on that modernization. Is Yard House coming to Garden State Plaza or Westfield Garden State Plaza? No, I don't think so. Yard House was supposed to come to Willowbrook, but Yard House coming to Westfield Garden State Plaza, that's actually not a bad idea because the closest one right now is at the Palisade Center. Actually, that would do really well in Paramus, a Yard House. Yeah, we don't have a Yard House around here. I don't think, at least. I liked the BS mod. That mod actually was a lot better than the Mall at Short Hills mod. I like that mod a lot better. The speaker was much clearer, it was a much better modernization. The floor was nice. It's not as nice as Short Hills, but it is definitely a step up from the Willowbrook modernization. I will say that. It's somewhere between the Mall at Short Hills and the Willowbrook. So Bridgewater's number 4, Willowbrook is number 3, the Shops at Riverside is number 2, and the Mall at Short Hills mod is number 3. The reason why I like the Mall at Short Hills Bloomingdale's elevator is because A, it's a ThyssenKrupp, B, it's got the Bloomingdale's black and white tile, which is really nice, and it has a black and white interior, which is also really nice. The Shops at Riverside Bloomingdale's elevator is still very nice, don't get me wrong, but I kind of prefer the black and white because that's the official like Bloomingdale's colors. I don't like the whole black thing. That's just, I don't know, not my style. I think they should have done a black and white interior, kind of like the Mall at Short Hills. Do I like eating at Moe's or Chipotle? I think I had Chipotle once. I think I was doing something for my school last year. I think I did like a coat drive or toy drive or not a toy drive. That was when I was in student council. I think I did a coat drive. It was a coat and food drive, and I was selected to go and deliver the coats and food. And I guess I had a choice between Chick-fil-A and Chipotle, and I wanted Chipotle, and I got Chipotle. So LCD indicator. Now, Bloomingdale's at Riverside didn't get a cheap LCD indicator. Bloomingdale's got a really nice indicator, believe it or not. Let's just hope that it doesn't get a cheap LCD. Okay. I can't believe that Sears has not announced a new round of closings at the beginning of the year. Sorry. I'm just trying to think here for a second. Okay. Ooh, okay, I gotta be more careful. The Bloomingdale's is for the work. I guess I won't see them on my RF video. So the reason why Sears has not announced another round of closings is because they don't want any more bad publicity. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they do announce another round of closings. The rumors have it that at the end of January they're supposed to announce another round of closings, and then there's going to be one more list in March or April, and then Sears and Kmart will be done by June. That's the rumor right now, but I don't know if it's confirmed. Like I can't say yes or no. It all depends on what Transform Co. releases next to the next round of Sears and Kmart store closures. No, there won't be a Bloomingdale's going to the Galleria at White Plains. In Galleria at White Plains, Bloomingdale's would not work there. And Bloomingdale's actually has a freestanding store in White Plains. Believe it or not, as crazy as that sounds. I still haven't gone to it yet. You know, I've lived here my whole life. I've never been in White Plains. It's so close too. I think it's just the fact that it's over the Tappan Zee, and I don't know. I haven't really had the audacity to go over there yet. Okay, Wathmitz, shoot away at your question in the comment section. Now, I do apologize if they're coming in late. I'm not doing this on YouTube, like I said, so once again, I do apologize if your questions are coming in late. It's just the way that this program works, and until we can get back to 1,000 subs, we all know how Google is and stuff, and I don't want to have that discussion. I don't want to have that discussion tonight. Next live stream, I will be ranting about Eddie Lampert, just not tonight. Yes, I heard about Payless. They're coming back. Not that I shop there, but it's good to see that they're coming back. So, also another major closure that was just announced today, JCPenney at the Green Acres Mall in Valley Stream, New York. That will be closing now in April of 2020. I believe April 7. Was it April 17th? I think it was April something. April. I think it was April 24th, 2020. Yeah, Friday, April 24th, 2020 at the Green Acres Mall in Valley Street, New York. That's another store for everyone on Long Island to visit. And actually, once that JCPenney closes, there's only going to be one JCPenney left in Nassau County, and that'll be at the Roosevelt Field Mall, Garden City, Town of Hempstead, New York, after that one closes. So once again, I do apologize if these questions are coming in late. I'm actually going to go ahead and view the live stream on my phone, and I can try and answer the questions much quicker than possible. Okay, I just saw that question now. Yeah, sure. After the live stream is over. I identify as a he, him. It's a really weird question to ask. Years ago, I went to the Hard Rock Hotel in Cancun, Mexico. About 4 years ago, I went there. It was an interesting experience. Yeah, that JCPenney became nothing special after those Dovers got modded. Oh, I get it. Sorry. I'm not somebody who gets jokes. Sorry about that. Have I been to Saks Fifth Avenue in New York City? Yes, I have. The elevators are nothing special, nothing out of this world. I don't really pay attention to Saks Fifth Avenue, New York City. I think I went in there once to use the bathroom, but I typically only pass by that store around the holidays and stuff. Yeah, they put on an interesting Christmas show. The one thing that I was very depressed about was the lack of Christmas displays. I mean, I don't know how much money Disney paid Hudson Bay, but they paid Hudson Bay a sick amount of money to literally take what's it called, over the Christmas displays. Like I was just blown away. Like that's just an insult, honestly. That's just an insult. Like come on. Oh, nice. Famous footwear. No, Neiman Marcus only has 2 locations in New Jersey, 3 in total if you count the outlet. Neiman Marcus at Westfield Garden State Plaza, Paramus, New Jersey. Neiman Marcus, the mall at Short Hills and Short Hills, Millburn, New Jersey. And finally, Last Call by Neiman Marcus at the Owlets at Bergentown Center in Paramus, New Jersey. So Paramus has both the Last Call and the regular price Neiman Marcus. The only thing that Paramus does not, the only thing that that area doesn't have anymore is the Saks Fifth Avenue. No, I have not been to Columbia Center. Nordstrom's was supposed to open up at Quaker Bridge. That was many years ago, but those plans have been scrapped. No, Nordstrom's already has a location at the mall at Short Hills. Have I been to Kalahari Resorts in PA? No, I have not. I've been wanting to go to the Poconos for years. I may or may not actually be taking a trip to the Crossings Premium Outlets pretty soon. I don't know when, but there's a potential. There's a certain store that my dad might need to see out there for his work, so I might be going to the Crossings Premium Outlets, but I don't know yet. I'll have to wait and see. So, yeah, I mean, I've never been there, but I drove past it once, so I know they have about 3 Schindler MTs, including 1 pair of Schindler escalators. It's an interesting little Simon Mall, I guess. So, actually, they're actually a lot cleaner than the ones at Roosevelt Field, from what I've seen. Roosevelt Field are the ones are bad, especially the parking deck. Like I remember the Macy's and the Nordstrom's ones and the Bloomingdale's ones. They smelt of stench. It was just horrible. I mean, they still run better than the Kona EcoDiscs, but the smell, there is just no excuse for a smell like that. And I know that Simon doesn't really know how to maintain their elevators. Surprisingly, though, they can make a ThyssenKrupp work at the shops at Riverside. I don't know. I mean, I went there about 5 years ago, and I just remember riding the elevators, and they smelt of this disgusting stench. Yeah, I don't know. I just remember them not being fantastic, and a lot of them break down too. Mold. I don't know. I guess it really depends on the property. Have I been to Atlantic City? Of course. Of course. I live in New Jersey. How could I not go to Atlantic City? I have relatives that live down there. And I think I went to the casinos a couple of years ago. I think right before I went to Las Vegas, I visited both casino towns. Funny. Funny that I visit both casino towns within the same month. But anyways. Yeah, Target's not closing any stores. I don't know. Maybe they made them better. I just remember them being really crappy. So, but yeah, I'm really sad though about Kmart. I'm not Kmart. I'm sorry. I'm really sad about they could open up an 8-story silver spot cinema in New York City. I don't think that's possible. You got the Regal and you got the AMC and right in the center, right in the dead center of Times Square. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and put this up here. No, 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 no. Oh God, it's showing up on the freaking thing. No, that's not gonna work. Okay, you know what? I got an idea. Let's go ahead and take this. There we go. That should do it. So yeah, the major closings right now: Macy's, Hicksville, J.C. Penney, Green Acres. So, oh yeah, I think yeah, the Macy's and the Nordstrom's ones are really bad. Bloomingdale's is not bad, but they used to rumble a lot. Like they was really bad with those. So, anyways, there's a really good question coming up here next. Is Marshalls or TJ Maxx better? Dylan D. Jesus, I will tell you, they are both the same exact store. The only difference, though, is TJ Maxx appeals more to the woman. That's what I will say. Marshalls is more of a wider variety. There's a really good Marshalls store about 15 minutes east of me. It's located at the Mill Creek Mall in Secaucus, New Jersey. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember the Roosevelt Field elevators being great, except maybe the Schindlers. I mean, those weren't too bad. And then the Paramus Nordstrom's is much nicer than the Roosevelt Field one. It's kind of It's kind of like the Short Hills one, a little bit. The parking elevators by the mall rumble. I mean, that's up to you. No, Indigo Books, I don't think is interested in that. Although Barnes and Noble just recently closed in Freehold, so it would fill the pot. But I don't think Indigo wants to go any further than the mall at Short Hills. I think Indigo would rather go. I'm surprised Indigo hasn't looked into Bergen County. Like if they opened up a store, they could almost go in the shops at Riverside somewhere. Although the problem is it would compete with Barnes and Noble. so it's a little tricky. And with Amazon Books opening up at Westfield Garden State, it's even trickier. So, but so yeah, I mean, right now the future plans for the channel are Macy's in Hicksville coming up in February. Round one, the mall elevator, and what else? Macy's, Hicksville, and I don't even know. But yeah, I'm gonna film the whole Broadway Mall pretty much, the entire Broadway Mall. That includes IKEA, Macy's, Round One, and the mall elevator. I heard Sears is now sharing with Kmart in that store in Brooklyn. But yeah, I mean every day. I mean even today. I think I took the bus to somewhere today, and Sears at Hackensack is still standing strong. So I don't think so. I don't think that's going to happen. And I mean it's going to be a last minute thing, and I don't want to put that on him. That's not fair to him. They did, yes, they did. They did modernize it at Green Acres, but the Pennies one was not modernized. Although it's pretty generic Schindler Horton. It's something you can find in New Jersey pretty much if you look hard enough. I agree. Nordstrom's is closing a lot of stores. You're correct, but they're not closing any of them around here. In fact, they just opened up one in New York City, and they have a very nice, interesting footprint of where one of the guys died. I mean, one of the guys died before he could see the store, and there's a nice little monument in there, which I appreciate Nordstrom's doing that. I think that's nice. There's a nice little footprint of where he once stood before his death. Still a shame, but I'm glad they did something special for him, and in that store in particular, at least. All right, man. You take care. See you soon. Hard Rock Guitar Hotel. You know, it's funny you bring that up because there was just an ad for it when I was eating dinner tonight on the TV. It's very funny that you bring that up, actually. I don't plan on seeing that hotel, but I'll let you know if anything changes between now and then. So, you know what? I gotta plug my phone in. My phone's literally at 10%. Oh man, I really wonder what's gonna become next week. I wonder if they're gonna do another Sears announcement next week. Although it's not looking too promising. Although from what I hear, Sears Optical is expected to be shutting down all their stores in February. It's this like the eyeglasses thing. I'm not surprised. It's about time. But yeah, it's still JCPenney closing at Green Acres is very interesting. Yes, we need one of those in Bergen County. We don't have one of those yet. I don't know where they're going to put one, but I hope they put one somewhere because we don't have any of those in Bergen County yet. Probably somewhere in the new JCPenney wing. I was hoping for one at Stu Leonard's, but I guess they installed a notice instead. Yeah, I mean we don't have one yet around here at least. No, I think Kenmore will probably be sold to a place like Lowe's, I would imagine, because Kenmore is still very valuable. Yeah, I mean, look, that cold store in Rego Park is honestly no loss. I mean, if I mean the way I see it, to me, it's really no loss because there were so many other options in that mall. You had Century 21, you had Costco, then you had the Queen Center Mall, which was not too far away. So there was enough options. I mean, for Kohl's to close that store, it was like nothing. So, anyways, I don't think It's Sugar is interested in opening up there. They want to probably bring all their traffic to the three-store flagship. And by the way, what I found interesting is they have an elevator operator at It's Sugar. And I guess they have to do that because they haven't gotten the certificate yet to legally let the elevator operate on its own, which pretty much tells you the state of how New Jersey works. It's pretty crappy, that's for sure, because we can't even let an elevator work without an operator, which is crazy. So they have to have someone from Kone, I guess, come out and operate it until they get the certificate of approval, of inspection, like approval. Like that should have been done like the day before the store opened. There is simply no excuse for that. No excuse for that whatsoever. Like shame on, first of all, shame on It's Sugar, and shame on 555 for letting that happen. I mean, that's just like, how do you even do that? What if someone handicapped walks into the store, somebody who broke their arm or is disabled and wants to go to the second floor of It's Sugar? Well, they can't, because apparently our state can't even get a certificate before the physical location opens, which is kind of sad, and it tells you how New Jersey is. I mean, look, I've lived here my whole life. This is where I was raised. This is where I grew up. But it's sad that you see the reality of stuff as you get older, and it's laughable because nothing in the state can get done. I mean, I don't want to bring up politics and stuff, but unfortunately, sometimes it's the truth, and sometimes it can get bloody. It can get bloody very quickly. So, anyways, yes, definitely. Yes, it was. It was. But I think eventually the fate of Kenmore, they will probably be sold to Lowe's, like Craftsman was sold to Lowe's. And then I think eventually when Sears just runs out of money and they can't even operate the stores, it's getting really scary. I mean, I've been hearing vendors not even getting payments. Um, I think it's getting to the point where they're going to just literally let inventory run out. And once it's out, they're going to just close the store. I mean, I don't know what the future is. So yeah, Die Hard was also sold. No, Die Hard was sold to Auto Advance Parts for 200 million. Yes, they actually do. Believe it or not, I think they have a Valley Health System office in the mall somewhere. I think it's near parking deck A. And speaking of that, from what I was reading online, I saw that the elevator that is sitting right now between Neiman Marcus and Lord and Taylor, not the garage elevators, the 10,000 pound capacity elevator might be on the verge of getting ripped out. Which honestly, I'm not surprised if it does, but I think it would still be very sad to see that thing go, because that's the largest passenger elevator in the mall, and for good reason too. That actually doubles as a freight elevator for the mall. That's why they don't have a freight elevator on that side of the mall. It's actually very interesting, believe it or not, as crazy as that sounds. So, but anyways, yes, I heard about that. No, I think those things are gone. I think those things are long gone. I think those things got ripped out. The escalators I know are gone. I've seen videos of the escalators are ripped out, but I think those Schindler MTs are gone in pennies. Those are gone. Those are long gone. I think those are gone. Kind of like the Sears and Roebuck elevator at Paramus Park. Like when Stu Leonard's came in, that's gone. That elevator is no longer there. It doesn't exist anymore. Now it's just an Otis Series 7 leading up to event rooms for kids and an employee lounge area for human resources. But surprisingly, somebody got busted. So you have to kind of do it quietly. I guess they don't really like it when there's people going up there, I guess. But I mean, I did it quietly, and they didn't even say a thing. So I mean, I guess they didn't really care at the time. But anyways, so that's that. Dollar Tree is successful. You're right about that. Not that I mean, I think my mom shops there. She shops at a different Dollar Tree. She doesn't shop at the Dollar Tree store. She shops at this dollar store. I think it's on Route 46. It's not my favorite dollar store, but I guess she gets pretty good deals there. So, anyways, I actually have to charge my phone because my phone is literally at 10%, and I don't want my phone to die. So, yeah, there's always that. There we go. No, Woodbridge got a Dave and Buster's right before Lord and Taylor closed. I'll be back in just a few seconds. I still have this $30 Kohl's card, guys. I don't even know what the heck I'm going to spend a $30 Kohl's gift card on. Oh, Not surprised. All those retailers do really well. No, Dave and Buster's already has a location at Woodbridge Center. It's right next to Sears, ironically enough. Yeah, Dave and Buster's I don't think is interested in going into a Lord and Taylor store. They were supposed to put a Sea Life aquarium, but that even came in right before Lord and Taylor made the announcement. And that's right now in New Jersey. There's a lot of things where Sequest doesn't exactly treat animals right. So there's some activists out, I guess, right before the property limits, and they're protesting against Sequest, and they want Sequest to close. I mean, it looked like an okay place. There's just a lot of activists out there. See, a lot of these things, unfortunately, they do lead back to political roads. But I try very hard not to get involved because it's just like people wasting their time. Like they're accomplishing nothing. I mean, yeah, they got goats out, but even then, like they're gonna stand there until that store closes. It's what a shame, man. Like, come on now. Monitor TR elevators are absolutely nothing special. Sorry to say, but it's the truth. Primark is a good idea. Don't get me wrong. That's actually not a bad idea. Woodbridge could definitely use one, and I think Palisades they would do wonders there. That's a really good place to put one too, honestly. But I think the mall has different plans for that space. I think they're finally gonna expand like the mall, the physical mall into there, because that's like a dead area of the mall. Yeah, I try my best. Thank you, I appreciate that. Because it's like you get into fights and arguments, and honestly, to me, it's just not worth it. I think the mod that they did with Bloomingdale's at the shops at Riverside was fine, honestly. The 6400 NA, I think that's what it absolutely needed. Century 21. That's not a bad idea, but I don't think that Palisades is interested in getting that. Primark could work at Palisades, but I don't think they would put a Century 21. I think they're going to try and throw more entertainment in there, but how much? It's like how much entertainment can you throw in that mall? It's crazy. But I mean, I went there for, like I said, I went there for a college trip. I saw the sign up opportunity, and the opportunity couldn't have been better. So as long as the stars align for this kind of stuff, I kind of just make it work. Honestly, at the end of the day. So okay. Five Below just opened up a store in Garfield, believe it or not too long ago, right next to the Walmart. I really wonder what else is planned for that shopping center. I think it's called Garfield Commons. Let's take a look at the PDF. No, that's not what I wanted. Oh no, this is what I wanted. Yeah, it looks like there's nothing planned right now. It looks like they want to put some kind of fast food restaurant too. At the minute, forgot how nice of a place this was. I don't think there's any other more layoffs coming. Yeah, I think that's it. Just want to check one other thing, guys. Was this changed yet? No. Wow, I'm surprised. Just something else I checked. Yeah, they are. Bass Pro Shops. I don't think Bass Pro is interested in going to a mall near Philadelphia. Hmm. Sorry, guys. I really don't have anything else to talk about. um, but yeah, I was gonna say too. It's supposed to really snow this weekend too. And yes, I don't know yet if I'm supposed to be going to a birthday party. It's on Staten Island. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You wish your boy Chris could go stop at Staten Island Mall, but it's going to be way too packed there to go film. Yeah, see, guys, but the key with malls is you have to get there early and you need to get there right when they open because, first of all, you can get excellent rides on elevators and nobody, and I mean nobody, can stop you. You can take nonstop rides, which is why I like going to malls early because you get there, you go film, and then you leave. That's it. But I'm not really rushing to go back to Staten Island Mall. I mean, that mall's nothing special, honestly. The only good thing out of that mall is what's it called, the Macy's elevator. That's not a bad one. I like the Burlington one. It's nice and classic still. I still got some classic charm in it. I mean, I'm sure they've modded it ever since because that's what Macy's has been doing with a lot of their older stores. Like they've been modding their elevators. Like Woodbridge got a new motor. Macy's Willowbrook got a complete got a complete button replacement. Macy's at Garden State is the only one that is not. But yeah. I think the peak for malls is probably 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That's like the worst time to be filming. So I mean that's my advice. My advice is to go right when they open because then you can get good videos. And also another good time to go is right when they're closing because nobody's there. So right when they open and right when they close. Me, I prefer to go early in the morning because it's like bam, that's it. I'm done for the day. I can have videos. You guys can appreciate these videos. Oh, hello, Ganesh. Trains and elevators. How are you, by the way? Thanks for your nice opening message. Um, but yeah. So right now, my only mall plans for February are to go to the Macy's store at the Broadway Commons Mall in Hicksville, New York, because those 1956 armored traction elevators are going away. Still very sad though. And you know, guys, I'm going up to 5. I don't care what they have to say. Honestly, those things are so classic and vintage. I'd go up to 5 anyway, just because screw it. That's why. Yeah, so a place like Destiny USA, get there right when they open because otherwise it can get busy. Or when you don't have school or you don't have college like me, although I go back next week, go during the week, midday during the week. Typically, malls are not busy during the week. It's a better time to go, but you also want to be careful. You want to make sure you don't get there when there's a lot of cars because then you'd be circling around for hours. Um, whoa, 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 whoa. Sorry, guys, I did not mean to show that. Yes, we are losing some vintage armors. 2 armored traction elevators from 1956. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm going sometime in February. I mean, I'm from New Jersey, but I figured out a way to do it with the train. I have to get up very early to get there, at least in good timing. Yeah, I did not. That was not a good message. So, but anyways, but yeah, I'm still kind of sad we're losing those 1956 vintage armor traction elevators. I'm like I said, I've never ridden them before, so I figured it's the perfect opportunity for me to go out and see the rest of the mall because the rest of the mall after those things kind of suck. I mean, the rest of the mall it's generic elevators in IKEA that are Schindler Surprise, Schindler MT at round one, another Schindler Glass elevator in the mall that is just another Schindler, and I think that's pretty much it. The parking deck doesn't have an elevator, and I don't think the cinema has an elevator. And even then, I wouldn't even pay tickets. Like it's just I'm going to see those elevators, and then I'm leaving. And by the way, the EPCO one, the one that had the EPCO fixtures, is now out of commission. Macy's literally just put a panel in front of it and said, "Nope, sorry, we're not going to invest in this elevator anymore." So that's when I knew that the signs that the store was going to close. Like it's the little signs you have to look out for, but ultimately you have to wait till the media physically says, "Yeah, by the way, we're closing this store now." So it's the key things you have to look for in the beginning, like, yeah, the store's going to close, and then all of a sudden they make the announcement last Wednesday, that yeah, we're closing this store in March. So remember, it's the key things you have to look for. Yeah, Schindler MTs are so bad. They really are garbage. They're better. They still run better than the Kones that were installed in Garage, be it Westfield Garden State and the Premium Fashion District. Yeah, it's decommissioned. They literally put a panel in front of it. They slapped it on and said, "Nope, this thing will never work again." Macy's is cheap. Yeah, Macy's is very cheap. Oh, Walden Galleria in Buffalo next week. Have fun, man. Yeah, I'm not. I don't. I've never really been upstate New York. I'd like to someday, but not anytime soon. Oh yeah, of course, Buffalo, New York. That's near like Syracuse and all that stuff. All that. It's all that same kind of area ish. So. So that's really the only major elevator loss. But oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah, I mean the only other major loss is J.C. Penney at Green Acres, but those are just a Schindler Horton. Scooby Doo. No, sorry. I'm not about that mystery stuff. And no, I'm not seeing the movie. Oh, nice. You know what I rode once in Williamsport, Pennsylvania? I went to a relative's graduation. These absolutely beautiful vintage Otis, classic Otis black button elevators. Yeah, they need to. Yeah, they're gonna need to fill that store, and they're gonna need to fill it quick. That Sears was interesting too. That was also another armor traction elevator. The only difference was that elevator had a full button replacement. Still, that was an interesting elevator. You don't typically see four level Sears elevators. I mean, I know it was really three, but still. The Genetti Hotel, yes, that place was beautiful. I mean, the generic one that was in the grounds, the ballroom and all that stuff, but those classic Otis black button at the Genetti, I will tell you, what an absolute treat and so worth it. I mean, I had to be there either way, but even then, like just an absolute treat to go there and see those elevators. Like that's a nice draw. Those things run beautifully, and I'm glad I got a nice video of them too. Nice, nice. IHOP in Piscataway. No, I have not. There's an IHOP located in Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey, and it actually has a train that goes in it. It's one of the only, I think it's the only IHOP that has a train. Wow. So they're probably getting that from they're selling off what's it called? Die Hard. That's probably where that 200 million is coming from. 2018. Yeah, it's a really nice classic hotel, the Genetti. Like just an absolutely nice hotel over there. Yeah, that's probably not going to happen now. Decline. Sorry about that. So, but anyways, okay. Guys, I just have to step out of the room for 5 minutes. I will be right back. I'm not going to end the live stream, but I'll be right back. So just give me just literally give me 5 minutes. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, sorry, my bad. I literally had to leave. Sorry. No, something. Oh God. Yeah, Madison is near Morristown. If Denise is here, sorry. I literally had to step out of the room for like 5 minutes. So that could work, but Century 21 I think is moving into Roosevelt Field, so I don't think that's gonna happen. Okay. Well, I'm gonna end the live stream soon anyways, so but I'm gonna give it another 6 minutes here and then I'm gonna end the live stream and stuff. So but anyways. 29%. Excuse me. Wonder what's going on Facebook. I don't know why. If you guys have any last minute questions, go right ahead and type away. I'm going to be ending the live stream pretty soon. So it's been a pretty successful run. The live streams will be a little bit different next week. I'm going to start to do one every Friday night. Like I said, right now I'm still home, but next week I'll be back at FDU, so everything will be kind of back to normal, where I can do more live streams more frequently for you guys and at a more reasonable time, obviously without any distractions. So I actually have to check one thing on the internet. If you guys have any questions, go ahead. But yeah. Oh, you know what? It's not gonna be it's gonna be on that. Yeah, I have to check it on a different app now. College did a transition, so I actually have to log into something else. So, oh, I'm back. Yes, I'm back. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'm back. Okay. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I had to take the call, and then now it's just yeah. But yeah, Denise, what I was gonna say, was if you do come to Madison and Morristown, like, dude, let me know if you're in the neighborhood, man. We could definitely meet up or something. Like on a weekend, obviously, not during the week, but yeah, let me know. So, oh man. But anyways, but yeah, guys. Oh yeah, Sears may be selling its last tires. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm back. But yeah, the whole thing with Sears is pretty scary, guys. Eddie Lampert sucks as the CEO of Sears, and yeah, Walt Women Shops is not bad too, and Smith Haven's not bad. I think the only mall that right now is on the verge of closing is probably Westfield Sunrise. That might be on the verge of actually like physically closing, unless Westfield invests in redoing the J.C. Penney spot. Yeah, let me know, man. I actually just found your Instagram now. You can just direct DM me on Instagram. Just let me know, and I can make some kind of arrangement to meet up and stuff. So, but anyways, yeah, it is. It is. It's a lot of fun when you get to meet people and that like the same thing as you. So, yeah, no, but definitely make sure it's a weekend because I literally have classes all week, like, and then I have to take care of assignments and stuff. So the weekend is just it's just the best for me once you're in school. So that's what I do, and I typically like to do stuff earlier than later in the day because then you get to enjoy the day. You get to go to the places that you want to go to. You don't have to worry about a certain place that's going to close. That's just the way that I see things. Westfield Sunrise Mall. Mm, it's a real shame. Westfield is really neglecting that property, but it's that one person who doomed the mall. That one person in the town of Oyster Bay. Yeah, definitely busy. But yeah, it's that one person that was on the board of the town of Oyster Bay, and they said, "Nope, we don't want to renovate that mall." And that one person screwed the mall out of a Walmart, screwed the mall out of a Penny's, and is probably going to screw the mall out of a Sears if Sears ever decides to close that store. I mean, that store is a joke at that mall, literally. Like that store at Westfield Sunrise has dodged so many Sears and Kmart closing lists. It's insane. From where I live, about 10 minutes away from New York City. But typically I take the train. It's just so much better. I mean, you could take the bus too, but it's not the most funnest to go into the Lincoln Tunnel, I'll tell you that. And it can get expensive very quickly. I prefer the train and I transfer via Secaucus Junction. So it's just easier, honestly. I did Path once. I'll never do that again. Path is you gotta drive to Hoboken. No, that's not me. Like I said, I got two train stations on two different lines in my town. I could go either one. Yeah. Not Westfield being ridiculous. It's just Westfield is very selective when they manage their properties. All right, see you in the next stream. I'm not ending it anytime soon because there's a lot of people now, but I'll probably end it within the next 15 minutes or so. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's a train ride. That's true. Yeah, but the events on campus for me, I mean, like I said, I don't know what my calendar looks like yet at FDU campus. But yeah. I mean, Westfield cares about Westfield Garden State Plaza. Well, Westfield definitely cares about Westfield South Shore because they haven't neglected that property. That got a nice renovation too. But Westfield Sunrise, like I said, is that one person in the town of Oyster Bay who just didn't want it renovated, and they screwed the whole mall. So the mall was doomed. So it's whatever, I guess. But yeah, as for the weekend, the week is quiet though for me. Well, now the week is work, but the weekend is probably no quieter. Yeah, you're right about that, especially if there's events going on campus. Although FDU doesn't really do events until like later in the day because a lot of people, yeah, guys, when you go to college, people are like asleep. Like it's not like here. Like me, I'm an early person. I get up early in the morning. Everybody's just like asleep. It's great actually. Sadly, they don't open the breakfast till like 9, and the breakfast is kind of sometimes. It's just like I don't want to eat it. I get it. I mean, obviously my family's paying, but it is what it is. Hello there, Elevator Man 45. How are you? Sunrise is messed up. Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. But anyways, but yeah. I actually really wanted to kind of go to Staten Island Mall this weekend, but this event that's happening is not till 6 o'clock at night, and by then the mall's going to be packed, so it'll be hard to get videos there. iPic Theaters. No, I have not been to iPic Theaters. Broadway Mall still has IKEA, which is a huge draw, and Target, which is a huge draw. Yeah, if you guys want to see the latest article about JC, I'm actually going to link it. So, literally, Business Insider just posted this today. So here it is if you guys are interested. So, but anyways, yeah, I still can't believe JCPenney's closing at Green Acres. Yeah, that's still very sad. Chapel Hill Mall losing its last anchor, and that's another sad mall that's dying. I think it lost its one anchor. I think one of it was Belk. I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't really focus on the malls in Ohio, but yeah, I mean Broadway Mall Commons definitely has the draw of IKEA, and it has the draw of IKEA. I'm saying I said IKEA twice. IKEA and Target. So I don't think Broadway Commons Mall is going to die anytime soon. As long as it's got a strong stores like Target and I think IKEA, I think it'll be okay. Macy's, yes, it was an anchor store there, but I honestly think it just had to go. I mean, you had Roosevelt Field, which is not too far away. You had Walt Whitman Shops, you got Manhasset, and you got a couple of other Macy's stores on Long Island. Yeah. There. Oh, the Macy's closed in 20. Oh, yeah. That's funny that Penny's didn't close a year later because it'd be like a pattern. Macy's 2016, Sears 2017, JCPenney 2018. I can't believe that's crazy. JCPenney waited 3 years to close that store. That's really weird. That's really weird that they would wait 3 years to close that store. So lots of questions tonight, though. Maybe we'll keep this going. Let's. I honestly want to see how long we can keep this going for, because you guys are really asking a lot of good questions, and I'm actually having a really good time. um, but yeah. So, anyways, so right now the only major prediction that I have for 2020, I think there's going to be another round of Sears closures. I just don't know when. No, Century 21 won't go into the Broadway Commons Mall. If they're going to be in Roosevelt Field, I don't think they're going to be wanting to go to Broadway Commons Mall. Yeah, Sears goes in Rego Park. I don't know when. Sears and Watchung, that whole property got redeveloped by Surtees Growth Properties. The owner who was owned that group is owned by none other than Eddie Lampert. That actually got redeveloped into, I think. Yeah, there's actually only two freestanding Sears stores left in the state of New Jersey. You have Hackensack. Those are the only two freestanding ones left in the state. Watchung. So this is what became of, or I'm going to show you guys right here. Let's get rid of this Outlook thing. So, yeah, I know. That's because the manager was being. That's because the general manager was a the as in a piece of garbage, literally a piece of garbage general manager. Like it was a very old woman who didn't want to work with me. So whatever. So it's Eddie. I mean, she was an Eddie Lampert soldier. She was trying to fight off for the company, trying to protect its standing. So what? No, I didn't want to do that. Hold on, I want to share. I want to share something. No, I've not seen the Avengers movie. Okay, there we go. No, 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 no. The whole screen. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so this is the actual property right here. Um, so it's not the best quality. Once again, I do apologize about that. But this is what Sears and Watchung used to be. There's a pad right here. You got a Zinberger. You got an Ulta Beauty. A couple of vacant stores here. A haircut place. A Sierra Trading Post right next to a HomeSense. Another vacant store. A Chick-fil-A, which these are popping up like hotcakes. And finally, in the former Sears Auto Center area, you have a Cinemark. So I think they did a pretty good job with replacing the former Sears store. They turned a pretty much an abandoned old Sears and Roebuck store into an actually very useful shopping plaza. They got Sierra Trading Post and HomeSense, which, guys, ironically enough, both of these stores are under the same family tree of TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Home Goods, and then yeah, Sierra Trading Post, HomeSense. Yeah, they're literally all under the same family tree, which is nice. The Cinemark is pretty nice too. They also opened up a Cinemark in Willowbrook recently as well. Eddie Lampert. Yeah. No, I think Sears is done, honestly. I've said it. I mean, I had hope for them in February of last year. Maybe there might be a way to save the company, but no, they're literally done. So yeah, it was probably earlier in the year. It's a shame though, because it's like these great Sears locations going away. These people who lose their jobs. I mean, even Macy's at Broadway Commons in Hicksville. I looked on the New York State Warren notice. I could even show you guys right now. Yeah, let me show you guys right now instead of me talking. Then I'm just talking here. Here, I'll show you. This was posted right on the. This is literally the website of the state of New York. Take a look at this. Yeah, couldn't agree more about that. Definitely, they need to just stop with the whole thing with Sears. But these are how many people are losing their job at Macy's in Hicksville. 155 people are now going to be out of a job by March, which is crazy. Look at that. Look at that amount of people. 155 people as a whole in that store, which is crazy. Absolutely crazy. And right there, town at Oyster Bay. So they're saying the county. That's funny. Both. Oh, I guess there's some workers that are from Nassau County and there's some workers that are from Suffolk County. So in total, it's 155. Still very sad though. You know, still very very sad. But anyways, so yeah, or they're going to lose their jobs, which is a lot of people. I mean, 155. Like that's staff, that's maintenance people, people who clean the store every night, the workers, the employees, the manager, the general manager. It's crazy. And they're now going to be all out of a job. So they had a great Christmas holiday shopping season. Now here we are in January, and oh yeah, because of our company's financial standing and because of political issues, which I'm not going to get into, we have no choice but to close our store. So, I mean, I guess it makes sense. Roosevelt Field's not too far away. Walt Whitman Shops is not too far away. Westfield Sunrise, that's still kicking, I guess, which I don't even know how. By the way, that Macy's store in Westfield Sunrise has the old Macy's logo. Both of those Macy's at Westfield had old Macy's logos, but the Macy's at Westfield Sunrise, I'm sorry, Macy's at Westfield South Shore was knocked down. Yeah, yeah, no, that's certainly one way of looking at it. I mean, Lord and Taylor at Woodbridge closed. Lord and Taylor at Palisades closed. Lord and Taylor Moorestown Mall closed. Yeah, I mean it's just crazy of how many people are losing their jobs, and now they gotta go online. They gotta type up their resume. They gotta do that stuff, and then a third vacant and is poised to be redeveloped. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, that's what's happening now with a lot of these shopping malls. Is a lot of them are becoming these like town centers. So it's still very sad. I mean, it's. I mean, honestly, what I see it as is I see it as the future. A lot of the malls now are doing town centers. I mean, even Westfield Garden State Plaza. That's another great literally another great example of a town center, type of thing. Like, and they're adding on to part of the mall and making it an unused area of the parking lot now a town center. So it's going to be a town center and a shopping mall. So that's what's happening these days. A lot of people, it's all about town centers. It's all about the convenience. If you have it in your town center, then you want to live there. Think about people who live in apartments, and all they want to do is get up early in the morning. They get up early in the morning, they go downstairs, grab their cup of coffee at Starbucks. Next thing you know, they're heading for the train, or they're heading for the bus, and they're going to work. They work for a couple of hours, and then when they're done with work, they get lunch because, yeah. I don't plan on going to Macy's in Comac either. That's a waste of a trip for me. 46 minutes though is not bad. I mean, I would recommend it even so, because I mean you're 46 minutes away. That's not bad for Macy's in Hicksville. And plus, Broadway's already there. You might as well just hit that up. I would do that. I mean, that's not a far drive. An hour and 10 minutes, yeah, that's a far drive. Yeah. It's sad too, because I mean there's people made these great structures and these great stores, and all of a sudden you just you start to walk inside, and it's like you just don't know what to do. It's just there's no customers, the stores are dead, people taking naps in stores. I've seen videos about that, like people actually go into stores and they take naps. It's just sad. Yeah. Well, the good news is the malls here in Paramus, I mean, they're different varieties. I mean, the Shops Riverside, you got all the restaurants. The Alta Town Center, you have all the outlets. Westfield Garden State Plaza, you have any store you could think of. And Paramus Park, you got the two Leonards. So, yeah, I do realize that. I do, unfortunately. And I've seen it happen in these last 6 years that I've been making these different kinds of closing videos. I do realize that it's sad. It's unfortunate that because of all the online shopping and because of Amazon and all these people that are out of a job, and there's people out there that are working in the middle class who are kind of just getting by. They're you know they have to work so many ridiculous hours to put food on the table for their children. They have to take care of their children. It's just crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. And they have to go home to their families, and they have to think about where their next meal is going to come from. I mean, I don't like to say it. It's that, yeah. You know what, Scott? I think you pretty much summed it up. Online bureaucracy. It's a very good term. It's all online. And I do it too. I mean, I regret myself too. I mean, I know I'm the victim because it's just they don't make retail fun. And I think retail, it's supposed to be something that's fun and exciting. Like I get excited when I get to go to malls. Like it's fun. It's fun seeing different malls and different stores and filming different elevators, and seeing, and for you guys to see online. I mean, yeah, there's the risk of getting in trouble by mall security, but even then, that's what makes it fun, So, but I'm sure in the next 10 years that won't be the thing. It'll just be all town centers and stuff. That's what it'll be. But you know what I say? Enjoy it while you can, because who knows? Well, we'll see what happens with that. I think JCPenney is structured right now. They're a lot more financially stable than Sears right now, so they're able to afford to have those stores. But I'm sure as time goes on, obviously, JCPenney will want to downsize those amounts of stores, obviously. So, but anyways. Oh man, wow, we're at 115 minutes. Okay. So I think I've reached the point in the live stream. If you guys have any last minute questions, please do go ahead and send me some stuff because I am probably going to end this live stream pretty soon. We've been going for about an hour and 15, and I kind of want to do other things tonight. So yeah, but I'll be back next Friday with another live stream. So, but if you guys want me to continue after, maybe a little bit later on tonight, I might do a Q&A live stream number 32. We'll continue on. So stay tuned. We might actually be doing another Q&A live stream tonight and see how that goes because there'll be more people online and stuff. So, but anyways, so. So if you guys are interested, more to come, more to come. So I'm not going to say this is going to be it, but to be continued in Q&A live stream number 31.5. So we'll see you guys soon. Live stream. All right. So stay tuned for Q&A live stream 31.5 coming out in the next 40 minutes.